Welcome to the Flashing Badger podcast, where this week we are playing Delta Green, a game of espionage and occult horror. Joining me, as always, are
Mike,
Fitz, and Kane.
Who the fuck?
Flashing Badger, Flashing Badger.
That's right, a very special episode of the Flashing Badger podcast, as we have our first ever newly minted guest star, Kane.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Flashing Badger podcast.
I don't like change.
No, well, Wegs was unavailable this week, so Kane has joined us. Thank you. Your first time playing Delta Green?
Yes, first time playing Delta Green, playing an RPG actually, so go gentle.
You lied on your resume.
It's ridiculous.
Kane said he was able to play RPGs.
Oh, clever
That's
wording.
Not staying in the
Wrap it
edit.
up there, boys. We've peaked early.
Can't imagine that one not staying. Delta Green, as I'm sure you know if you've heard of the game before, is a game about secret government agency investigating occult happenings, trying to conceal the source, trying to prevent damage to our universe from whatever might try to get in it. And I can think of no better group than the group in front of me, who are all obviously elite operatives.
Have we been vetted?
You have not. So the scenario we're playing today is called A Victim of the Art. And I'd like to thank, before we start, someone with a terrible name on YouTube, but a great channel. His name is Prince Dabs a lot.
Oh, dear.
I know. And he admits in all his videos that he has a terrible name. But do check him out if you're thinking of running Delta Green games, because he had some really good tips there that I have wholesale stolen. So the story so far. All of you have had some brush with the unnatural in the past. You've ended up on Delta Green's list. You're occasionally activated to go and do something. This may be your first assignment. We don't know yet. But it's important to remember that this is not some paid job. You're not on the payroll. You don't have a Delta Green badge. You get a call. You disappear from your life. You disappear from your work. You go and do a secret job and you come back. And all the strain that that causes on you personally and professionally is something that we're going to have to deal with. The first murder in over 5 years has just occurred in the Long Island town of Glenridge. The victim was a guy called Carl Moretti, family dentist. He was discovered in a small park. His body was extensively mutilated, and the exact cause of death couldn't be pinned down, namely because his spine had been removed from his torso and never recovered.
Don't you normally do disclaimers?
But on the plus side, his head was found a short distance from the scene, missing its lower jaw.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm sure he just fell over.
22 days later,
Ruled a suicide.
What did he die from?
you're not even in this story yet, Kane. You'll shut up. 22 days later, Vanessa Hatvan, a local librarian at the public library, was discovered hanging in the branches of an oak tree on the library grounds. Her spine had been removed. Her head has not yet been recovered.
Things are escalating.
It's suspicious.
It's probably nearby. They just didn't do a very thorough search.
So this case, luckily for Delta Green, falls into the lap of the local police, who consult with the FBI Behavioural Analysis Unit number 4. They focus on adult serial offending, and there's obviously concerns in this initial stage that this might represent some kind of serial killer. This is not yet an FBI case. The FBI have not taken it on. But the special agent in charge, Thomas Carson, happens to be a Delta Green asset. And he notes the hallmarks of this unusual pattern of killing. From a serial killer that the papers are already calling the Glenridge Chiropractor. Which is a great name.
Just breathe in.
Glenridge Chiropractor.
It's funny if you don't live there.
I know.
Or they're one of your family members.
Yeah.
And chiropractor businesses in Glenridge are shutting their
Shutting them.
doors.
Yeah.
Boarded up the front setup.
Renaming.
So Thomas Carson, who's this special agent, reports up through the chain, and a Delta Green team gets mobilised. That team is you.
Yay.
So you first get your phone call. You're doing your normal life, your normal duties. It's in the early afternoon on a weekday. Mike, as Henry Goggles,
Please call me Chook.
I will not.
Call me Henry.
Chook.
Your phone rings.
Yep.
Tell me what you're doing when your phone rings.
I've got gardening gloves on I'm in the front yard of my little hobby farm, and I've been working away in the garden. I'm building a new pen hut coop, but for ducks. And I'm sweating away. I've got my flannelette style shirt on. I'm digging, and my phone is up on the front porch, and it's sitting on a little table with my cold drink, and it starts ringing, vibrating, and spinning on the glass coffee table. And so I have to do the double glove, like into the front yard, and they both launch into the dirt. And work often calls me, but I have a different ringtone for different people. And when it's a private caller, which is a call I get sometimes, it has a different tone. And it's ringing, and I'd let out the big sigh. I let it ring for a while as I look into the distance across the other properties around me, and I walk over to the table.
And what's the date? Nah, it's the 19th of October, 2017.
I was like, I'm going to pick a wild year. Sorry, 19th
of October, 2017.
That's my birthday.
It's not.
2017. Okay.
So the phone rings, and a voice on the other end says, Henry,
Yes.
you've got 2 tickets tonight for a night at the opera.
And there's just silence. Just let out a big sigh.
And you know this is the code phrase that Delta Green used to activate you. How does this make you feel in the first second that you hear this?
I feel gutted. I had plans. This was my day off. It's a call that would be so rare to get. And it's always that feeling of today would be the worst day for that call to come through. And then it does. And you sort of reinforce that to yourself. Like, I just knew it would happen. Things were too good at the moment. I was getting stuff done. My wife, I can see through the front windows, is in the kitchen and she's baking. And I'm just like, it would have been a perfect day at home.
Sounds like it's the idyllic American dream that you've got going on.
It is. I know much about the ideal American lifestyle. And did I mention I'm from the South?
He will not be doing that accent for the whole podcast, I can assure you.
I have a place. Wisconsin, where's that?
I would hope you know.
I
You're
didn't
from
do
there.
enough research. It feels mid,
Sure.
as in central.
As opposed to a value judgment.
opposed to
Yes.
like, yeah,
No
not
offense to
very
anyone
good.
from Wisconsin, go Badgers.
Yeah.
Not
If you're-
bad, not good, just
If you're listening and you're from Wisconsin, obviously jump on. The best way to bring to our attention a factual error is to give us a 5-star review. Highlight the error in that, and it'll come straight to our attention.
So that's what's happening for Henry.
Great. What does Henry do?
Henry is a tactical intelligence operative for the FBI.
Okay. And does
So-
he work? He lives in Wisconsin?
Yep.
And he works locally?
Yes.
Okay. Field office there?
Yeah, it's like a satellite office where I get attached to another law department's building. But there's 2 or 3 of us that work from there.
Great. Meanwhile, unbeknown to you, within a very short time of your phone call, phone rings. Completely different location, still in the US. Kane. Richard Murphy.
Yes.
What does he do?
Richard Murphy, he's on a day off today. He's a physician, specializes in neurology, and he's at home, very committed to his job. So he's in front of the computer and he's just chipping away at some documents. Even though it's a day off, old habits die hard. He's committed to this job, and he's just looking over some old medical reports when his phone rings, and it's a private number. He's somewhat optimistic. Maybe he's been called in for an emergency surgery or something. So he answers it quite happily.
And here's that voice again. Dr. Murphy,
Yes, how can I help?
you've got 2 tickets tonight for a night at the opera.
I see. And this is actually his first call. So whilst he knew that there was a chance that this call may come one day, there was this little bit of doubt in the back of his mind that, could this even be real? Is this really going to happen? And the sense of dread and confronting of reality now that he's received this call is actually overwhelming immediately. But he's a professional and he's used to stressful situations, so he just remains grounded and gets the details from the caller.
Okay. So it's a Thursday. A lot of you have got Thursday off for a start. I'd like to point out.
It's because we work hard outside of
I
those
think it's
hours.
because none of you did your research on what day of the week. Whereas I did because I knew someone would call me out on it.
Also, Richard absolutely loves the opera. So when he first got the call, he
Yeah.
was like, wait,
Is it Carmen?
I'm gonna have to-
I love it.
clarify.
What city are you in, Richard? Where do you work?
Yeah, so Washington, been in Washington for a long time. Grew up in the south of America along the Bible Belt.
Yep.
But has moved to Washington. That's the direction his career took him, and he's in the heart of American science now.
In the brain of it.
In
Neurology.
the brain of it. Yeah,
true.
absolutely.
Yeah, you're not a cardiologist.
Which I
mate.
must admit, when I did realize what had happened, actually cut that out. I was going to make a joke about them missing their heads
You're going to come in handy.
because I'm not supposed to know about that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, sorry.
I won't cut that, but I do think there is an irony there that your character is perfectly ill-suited to this.
Die on
Should have
us.
got a torso specialist, am I right? Fitz,
Yes.
welcome back.
Hi.
Abby Greer. She's a deputy marshal. She's a Brienne of Tarth type. I'm excited to hear about her.
Yes.
Tell me what she's doing. Tell me she's not on a day off. for
No,
a start.
not at all. Not at all. In fact, one of the biggest problems with Abby Greer is that she finds it hard to take days off. In fact, she finds it hard to disassociate or disconnect from work, which is why she finds herself, even though it's the Thursday afternoon, she's just pulled up her car to her house, or in reality, her ex-wife's house. And she's doing that whole really stylized kind of movie intro thing where she's clearly trying to make amends. She's got a petrol station, bunch of flowers. You know, she's walked up to the door, and she's a personification of almost a Texan type cowboy.
Yep.
Physically intimidating, Abby is. She stands just over 6'4", broad-shouldered, but lean against the sun sort of thing.
I'm so glad you're on our team.
I know, gun against the hip, but skew-iffed, so it's just a little bit of an angle.
Is it like a six-shooter? Is it it's a modern gun?
It's a modern gun, but the way it's even, just carried, just
Yeah.
not on the hip, just sort of at the front a little
Open
bit.
carry. You
With
are in the
open
South.
carry, yeah.
Is she in uniform?
No. Just jeans and the collared shirt.
Yeah.
Hat, obviously the Stetson.
What colour?
The cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cowboy hat. What colour?
You stalled
Grey.
even for a
Grey.
colour.
It's
Sorry,
grey.
green or grey?
Grey.
Grey. Short blonde hair. She has just a little bit above the collar, but with the reflective aviators as well.
How does Abby sound when she talks?
She doesn't talk much. She's quite stoic. If she talks, it's
Some
you
say
get
she
to know
doesn't
her.
talk at all.
Yeah, some say very with a Texan drawl that I'm not going to.
I'm trying to put that in my head how they sound, so I'm a little bit lost. How's the Texan drawl sound?
The Texan drawl.
So her phone rings.
Her phone rings. She's actually in the kitchen, just giving over the flowers to Sarah, her ex-wife. She's clearly there for dinner. There's been plans here. It's loving. There's no animosity here, but there's just a bit of.
But as soon as the phone rings, what's the ringtone on Abby's phone?
Abby's phone doesn't ring. It just vibrates loudly. It's just a.
So Sarah instantly sighs. And she's like, here we fucking go.
Pretty much. And she looks at it, and there's an unspoken whatever. And you go, I gotta take this.
Oh,
Good.
Magnificent.
Okay. Yeah, I
That
can
was
place
good. I
it now. I
enjoyed
think
that.
I'm getting
Have the
these.
confidence to maintain
Thank you.
that.
And it's not even a modern phone. It's like an old school flip type phone.
Got to pull the antenna
Yeah.
out to enhance
Almost,
the
yeah. She pulls it off the back of the belt. You didn't even notice it was there. Pulls it off the belt carry, clicks
Go-
it open, and
Go for Greer.
She says,
and doesn't even introduce herself. Just does the whole
Deputy Marshal Greer,
yeah.
you have tickets tonight for a night at the opera.
I understand. Slams the phone back.
She doesn't even
No
like
further
that
information
Yeah, it's
needed.
the, it's the Hollywood thing of no goodbye. They never say
Yes.
goodbye to each other. They never pay the cab driver.
Yeah.
It's just
And you will get no exposition here.
No.
Just
Looks
done.
at her wife or ex-wife who just has that disappointed look. She's got, I gotta go. And as Sarah turns away disappointed, she goes, of course you do. And just goes back to the sink.
and they've got a daughter.
They do have a daughter, Valerie, who is the apple of Abby's eye.
How old's Valerie?
Valerie's only 10.
Is she there or is she?
She is, and when she hears the phone and hears the phone call and hears her mum's, what they say between each other, she comes out and she's a bit more forgiving, gives her mum, gives Abby a bit of a hug and says, you gotta go get the bad guys. And Abby just does the whole, I'll see you later, puppet.
Lovely.
It's nice.
Gets back
Pull
in
at
her,
the heartstrings later.
gets back in the old, gets back in the cab ute,
Yeah.
the truck,
Pickup truck.
pickup truck, and just peels away in dust.
Yeah, bits of gravel flying out the driveway as you go.
She gets to the end of the driveway and realizes she doesn't know where to go because she hung up before she got the details. But
After she's ploughed through her own gate and stops at the intersection of the road.
Richard working in Washington, he's actually been given more details.
Seattle
on
or
the phone
DC?
call. DC.
Correct.
Oh, you didn't ask me what town I was from, and I had a good one.
Oh, I presume it's Texas.
Texas is a state, not a town.
No, I presume it's somewhere in Texas.
City?
I'm from Badger's Bluff.
Nice.
It was going to be Badger's Flash, but that didn't sound right. So Badger's Bluff.
I like Badger's Bluff.
Did you look up if that's a real place?
I did not, but I God hope it is.
Because I picked Wisconsin because the University of Wisconsin, their team is the Badgers.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's what I say, go Badgers.
Well, I'm from Badger's Bluff, so there you go.
I like that.
So, Richard, the details you get, because you are in DC, which is close to Virginia, and as I'm sure you all know, the headquarters for the FBI, or the FBI Academy, is in Quantico in Virginia. And you're asked to come in. And you drive down. What kind of car is it you've got? Is this like a surgeon's Porsche, or is this...
No, it's a Hyundai, which in America obviously we call it a Hyundai, but it's a Hyundai Elantra.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a sensible car for a sensible surgeon.
Okay.
Right, so I've got all my diaries and notes in the back. It's a good family car. I've got a young son, so I can take him to and from sport. So it's nothing too flash, but it's got all the upgrades.
Yep.
Yep.
But you do have a sticker on the back of that Elantra. What is it again?
On the back of my car?
Yes.
He's learned the fit stalling technique already.
Yeah. Obviously, it's the for my local sport team, the Badgers. Yeah. Where are you from? Again?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
So my son, they're a baseball team, I believe.
I like maybe you're a neurologist and it's something like cheesy, like neurology ain't rocket science or something like that. Like it doesn't take a brain surgeon to be a rocket scientist.
Yeah. So
And on
it's
the other side is magic happens.
Yeah.
Just by being in such a scientific field.
Or, your brain may belong to me, but my heart belongs to the Wisconsin Badgers.
Nice.
They
like
sold that to two neurosurgeons.
Only two neurosurgeons.
He sponsored
very
the team for
specific.
one season. They made those stickers especially for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so-
printed 1,500 of
Number
them.
one ticket holder.
neurology. It's not rocket surgery.
Yes.
And so it's a bit of a joke
Love
because
that.
people will see it and then realize.
Correct.
I don't want that man operating on me.
So so in the Hyundai Elantra, got a go bag in there, but the go
course.
bag is really
really big.
it's got everything you'd want, but no, it's really favoured towards surgery because I do part of my job is I'm on call all the time, hence answering the phone after the first ring, and it's got all the things I would need to if I'm heading into the hospital. On this occasion, I'm not.
Body armor, grenade launcher,
That's right. Yeah,
the usual Delta Green tactical.
47 different
Absolutely.
types of antivenom.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you pull up to the gate in FBI headquarters, and it's a massive, sprawling complex. Like there's a lake in the middle of it. There's multiple buildings, and it's got this real sort of brutalist architecture type. It looks, if you didn't know better, you'd say it was like a university campus from the 1980s. And as you pull up to the gate guard comes out, and he's got the like the uniform on and the badge on the shirt, like they always do, and the hat. And he says, could I help you? And he's got his clipboard in front of him. And he says, you have an appointment, sir?
Yeah, Dr. Murphy here. I've been called in to speak to someone, and I realise as I'm talking, I probably should have more information for you, sir, but it was a really quick call. I was told to come in and...
He says, no, that's no problem, Dr. Murphy, no problem. He says, I got you here on the list. He says, now what I want you to do is you got to go to building 7, and he gives you this, like he gives you a printout, like a hotel map, and he draws a little line on it for you and shows you where to go. And you drive around and park in front of this building. There's nose-in parking spaces. As you walk in, you get to the lobby, there's a receptionist downstairs who sends you up, and there's marble floors and marble walls, and the ceiling has that kind of like popcorny effect, like it's clearly been made in the 1980s, and everything's quite beige. And even the receptionist sat behind the counter is in like a suit that you can swear has got some shoulder pads in it. Like there's a bit of a throwback element to this. But she says, Dr. Murphy, you're here to meet Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Carson. I'll just let him know you're here. And you sit on this seat. It's like an aluminium tube seat with beige cushions, and as soon as you sit in it, you sink, so your bum's almost touching the floor, and you wait for a few minutes, and in comes Tom Carson. And you haven't met him before, and you don't know him, But he comes in, he's quite a sort of gruff, he's a solidly built man. He's a bit of like Josh Brolin energy, 50s. And he walks straight up to you and reaches down and says, "Oh, Dr. Murphy, thanks for coming," and shakes your hand. As he does, he kind of pulls you up from the seat that you're sitting in. Like it's clear that this is a common trap that people fall into. He says, "Step this way."
Thank you. Nice to meet you. What was your name?
He says, "I'm Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Thomas Carson. But I've made the arrangements." And as you get in the lift, he sort of looks at you and gives you like a sort of half wink, and he says, "We'll talk more in the conference room."
Appreciate that.
He pushes like 3 different buttons on the elevator thing.
Yeah, it plays a tone as it beep, beep, boop, boop.
One of the buttons opens up and a little eye scanner pops out.
And it's that thing from Return of the Jedi that goes, "Uchuta." So you go up to the conference room and it's this nondescript. As soon as you get there, it's like Cubicle City and there's the glass-walled conference room or offices along one side and there's a big wooden panelled door that leads into a conference room, and he opens it up and there's a big, 25-person long conference table with rolly chairs all around it. And as you walk in, you see a 6'4" tall woman who towers over you, standing just near the door, leaning against it, wearing jeans and
Cowboy boots.
Collared shirt.
They just call them boots.
Got a piece of wheat hanging out of her mouth, even though we're in DC and about 500 miles from the closest wheat field.
But you have like a sealed packet of like 50 of them.
I'm leaning Marlboro Man out, what's the word? Outline style, against the wall. Silhouette style, yeah. But I'm friendly.
So Special Agent in Charge Carstners, he's met all of you, and he comes across as this sort of slightly world-weary, gruff type, but he's very warm and he's very engaging. And he's not really what you expected when you've been told that there was going to be a Delta Green handler. You thought this would be, like the Cold War spy handler where he's a bit direct and cold with you.
And we're meeting in an underground car park.
Yeah, but he's been quite welcoming, even though he's not mentioned the words Delta Green. And in fact, the words Delta Green have never been mentioned to you at all. You've just been, it's always referred to as the program. That's all that anyone ever says. And he gives you a briefing on what we talked about before, that these 2 victims have been found. And he says, but there's been a small hiccup since the phone call came in. This young girl's gone missing overnight, and we're concerned that she may represent another victim. We're not yet sure what the nature of the disturbance is. Not yet sure if it falls within the purview of the program, but the decision's been made to make sure that we have a team on the ground that can have a look and investigate what comes up. So there's obviously the 2 that you know, man in his 40s, lady in her 40s. The latest missing person that's just been called through a few hours ago is a young girl of 17.
What's her name, Tom? Try.
Keep it together. Don't rattle Fitz.
Says, well, we're not sure yet if it's part of the series, but the missing girl is Lauren Harrogate. She's a 17-year-old girl. And at the moment, the police are out looking for her. But obviously, given the local events, we got some grave concerns. So I want to make it very clear to you, this is not an FBI case. This is not a case that we have taken over yet. I know, Henry, you've got your credentials for the department, and Abby gives you a clip-on badge that has your photo and your details, and it says that you're a law enforcement secondee to the FBI. So you get the acting special agent title. Richard, your badge says civilian consultant, FBI.
And it's green. It's not the same color as
No, theirs is clear, and your photo's monochrome. They don't pay for colour printing for civilians.
They're destroyed at the end of the day.
Behind you, it says, so as of now, you're all officially seconded to FBI Behavioural Analysis Unit. This is not an FBI case. You are there to provide assistance and consultation to the local police. They know you're coming. They know that you are there only as an FBI team. No one has been briefed in to the program or its unique demands. There is obviously, as always, to be no mention, no reference to the program. I made myself clear. I know, Richard, you've not been on one of these before.
Yeah, this is my first time. Abby and Henry, nice to meet you all. Have you guys done multiple deployments before? And I can lean on you.
It's very important. We don't go into details. They're both experienced agents, but
I understand.
And I'm just slowly shaking my head.
Yeah, I kind of give the sly look over to Henry, like, check out this guy, check out this noob.
and Tom gives like a bit of a laugh. Like he's charmed by this. He's not disgruntled or anything. He's just like, Richard, you're a curious man, but from now on, obviously we don't share too many personal details, and we don't share any of our history.
I love the leeway you get because you're so skilled and valuable.
Yeah.
But like if you were anyone else, it'd be like, he's dead.
Well, unbeknownst to you, but known to the audience, is that Delta Green seems to be this big sprawling conspiracy, but in reality, there's probably only a handful of 1,000 people in it at a time, and it's sort of a rotating roster, and they're burning out and dropping people very quickly. So they are willing to latch on to people that give them valuable skills. So he gives you this briefing, and he provides you the details of the murders so far. Gives you details of what happened so far, and he said, look, none of these murders have occurred on federal ground, none of them across state lines, not FBI purview. However, I've spoken to the local police chief out there, and he's supportive of our attending, but you'd know, Abby, locals don't always like it when the feds come in and step on their toes, so I'll ask you to behave with a little bit of caution. Chief Lester Mason's out there. Seems like the right man for the job in a place like Long Island. In short, we have September 15th, first body's found. October the 7th, second body's found. And today is October 21st. It's only a couple of hours up the road. Presume you've all come here in vehicles. I presume you're going to take one vehicle from this point.
Outside of the game, you monster. Like, I wish Kane knew this because you were like, what car are you in? And I'm like, Delta Green are going to make us use our own cars because they're cheap. And that was our opportunity to all pile into a Lamborghini Countach. And we were like, Elantra. I'm like, we are getting around in an Elantra.
I was hoping you had some sort of Prius or some Tesla or something like that, and then I'd have to squeeze into the back seat of one of those.
I was just like, this is our one chance in a pod to have an epic, like, Land Cruiser. But you're like, Elantra. I'm like, there it is.
Hyundai.
Well, you might,
Automatic.
Abby's coming. You got a big Dodge
got a
Ram
truck.
or something?
Yeah,
or
big
did you
truck.
fly? How did you? It's quite a long way from Texas to Washington.
I'm not sure on American geography. I just assumed it was next town over.
Everything's within half an hour.
Everything's in half an hour in my
Well,
book.
or you've gone to the rental agency at the airport and you rented like the exact same truck you have. It's, you know,
I want your biggest beat up piece of shit you can find. Or something they gave me something ridiculous. Yeah, so I've actually flown into town, drove straight to the airport, flown in, and I've got a rental, standard brown beige.
But it's only covered for sealed roads and things.
Yeah,
So you're like,
yeah.
yes.
I didn't get the extra insurance.
But you did put the 2 stickers on the back of the 2 women laying back to back at each other. All the trucks have.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Mack trucks.
And you put your mud flaps on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. You carry
Yeah.
them
Remember
everywhere.
to take
I'm
them off this time.
from Texas, so I put some bullhorns on the front.
so you're taking, what vehicle are you going to take from here?
What vehicle did you have? Chook?
No, see, I learned this the hard way because last time, and I'm not telling your characters this, but I went on a job with the program and they made me use my own car. And then it was a nightmare to get it through insurance and have it covered. So when I got the call and I was leaving, my fiance said to me, she's like, you're not taking the car. We're not going through that again. So I ended up public transport and got myself a coach to pull into Quantico.
The Greyhound.
I thought you were going to say like with horses. I'm like, not that kind of coach. But yes, the Greyhound.
The guy driving the coach has got a big like hat on. He's like, you don't want to go there. That place be cursed.
I take you this far, but no further.
There's a wolf howling. He's going to FBI headquarters.
I will. I got just a standard dark SUV
Okay.
from the rental agency,
Like
and I
Chevy Suburban.
yeah,
or-
and without even
It'll gather dust while we're in the Elantra.
and without even consulting as we go to leave the building, I just basically say to them, sort of these two offhand, grab your kid, I'll meet you in my car, and I just go and get in the driver's seat and start it. I'm not even giving them a choice about who's driving.
Describe the SUV for me. I want to picture it.
Yeah, I need to.
It's your standard dark, kind of tall, bigger. I need a bigger car for my size. SUV, almost one that you'd find sitting in the parking lot of a FBI compound or whatnot. So
Is that like an Escalade or something?
I don't know. I don't know cars, so I
Has it
can't
got
really.
dark tinted windows?
Yes.
At least we'll look the business when
So
we
we
turn
look
up to
we look the
scenes.
business.
Has it still got the sort of Hertz rental car like tag with the bay
Yeah, I haven't
number
taken that
hanging
off
from
at
the rearview
And
mirror?
a fuel consumption sticker
Yeah.
on the
It's still got the
windscreen.
seat. You know how they put the piece of paper on the
Yes.
seat? So whatever. Yep, still got that.
Your head is actually above that.
Yeah,
That goes
yeah.
to your shop.
So it has
And
a
the-
sunroof.
Yeah.
And the rental documentation copy that you've been given is on the footwell in the passenger side.
I've just scrunched it up and thrown it down. I don't care about details like that. And you got to go get in behind me and then realize that there's not enough leg room, so you sort of awkwardly slide
Why
across.
am I always in the back? I know why.
So as you go to leave, are there any other questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I do have a question. Often we have a line of communication in terms of phones that we're given, or are we using our own phones today?
Says no. Obviously, as always, I'll give you some department phones, and he hands out these like slightly beaten up smartphones that are, probably a few years past their prime. He's like, now, again, these are FBI devices. There is to be no discussion on them of anything that falls in the program's purview. These are strictly clean phones. Talk about FBI business on here, but nothing else. We all clear?
And form of contact to you if we do require an extraction?
So yeah, my phone number's programmed in there. I'll be your handler for this from both the FBI side and the program side.
We getting packs? Where are we staying?
I'll leave you to figure that out. Standard requisition claim system's going to be in place. We can get you a local motel there if you want. I can call ahead and book you in.
This is where we already start making Ruben from accounting's life very hard.
I remember that from last time, yes.
Yes. Everything went through accounting.
So he's going to call ahead and make arrangements for you, is that?
I will work it out when we get there.
Says, look, I want to make it very clear to you that if you need to talk to me about anything off base, you're going to have to come back here. It's, 6-7 hour drive from here.
So we're going from Virginia to Long Island?
Mm-hmm. Or you can stop into the New York field office. It's 2 hours up the road. Just watch yourselves out there. Call me and report in, and I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Do we have a local contact apart from the chief that's with, and I say, the program?
No one on the ground from the program as yet. The chief investigator is a Detective Hannah Gregson. She's got the case so far. I don't know anything about her, but the chief seems to think she's good police. That's courtesy of The Wire. I don't know if they really say that.
No. I got the reference.
Don't know if they really say it, but I enjoy it.
I love it so
going to
much.
use it.
Thank you for contacting the Delta Green Field Agent Welfare Hotline. Your call is important to us and has been recorded, with you and your family's details updated. Please pay attention to the following menu as options have changed. If you're calling about nightmares, intrusive thoughts, or seeing recurring symbols, press 1. If the symbols are moving on your phone, press 1 again. If you're experiencing guilt related to civilian casualties, including whether or not you can remember their faces anymore, press 2. If you believe you've been followed home, press 3. If you're certain they've arrived before you, remain on the line. If your loved ones or family have begun asking questions, press 4 and then hang up immediately. A welfare team will be deployed shortly. If you're experiencing temporal inconsistencies, press 5. If you've already pressed 5, thank you for your continued patience. To report unusual physical changes, press 6. If the changes are improving your performance, though, no further action is required. For all other concerns, please stay on the line. A handler will be with you shortly. Thank you for your selection. Transferring you now. Thank you for contacting Delta Green. There is no one available to take your call.
Flashing Badger.
So this is, like I say, 6, 7, 8 hour drive now.
What time of the day is it?
So it's, at the moment, it's probably early evening. So you're going to get there early hours of the morning.
Oh, you mean like 1, 2 o'clock?
Sure.
It's like you've got I have a special ability that starts at 2 a.m.
It's very coy. So you're going to be driving through the night.
Yeah.
Abby, are you driving first?
Yep. I don't even give them a choice.
How's the conversation in the car?
Hey, Abby, are you going to be right to do the first stint? You want to rotate through?
Yeah, we'll see how we go. I have no intention of letting anybody else drive. I'm too much of a control freak like that. But I sort of make we'll see how we go, meaning I'm just going to drive the whole way.
Yeah. There's a rest stop about an hour or two in. I just had a look on my phone. So we could stop there if you want and just rotate it through.
Yeah, sure. We'll stop, grab some coffee, refresh, and head through.
And did he call you Marshal when we were in there? You're a Marshal?
Yeah, and it's obvious. I still, even though he's given us the badge, I still have my little star on my belt. Deputy US Marshal. So even though I do have the FBI credentials, I still have.
You're already a federal agent.
I'm already a federal agent. I have local authority anyway, and I'm more proud of that than I think the FBI portion. So I probably won't even flash my FBI badge.
How long you been a Marshal?
Asking a lot of questions there, Chook.
We had a bit of time on the drive. I figure we may as well get to know each other.
8 hours of driving and we got to work together. I mean, I'm just excited to be here. So
Stay out of it, you neurosurgeon.
I actually, the one question I do ask is, you've been with the program long?
Oh, it's like you said.
I ask it in a vaguely enough way to give you an opportunity to answer.
Thomas was saying to us that we probably, I mean, I've done a few of these. We don't talk about that sort of stuff, which is why I was going to ask about your work.
And how messed up are you from this? Are you carrying baggage from the stuff you've seen, or has it been pretty light on so far?
What got me into the program was pretty messed up, and then the stuff in the program hasn't been too bad so far.
Okay. You've mostly been, it's like Intel consulting work you've been doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm more of a behind the scenes nerd burglar. So it's interesting that on this time I find myself in the field. I didn't expect to step out of Quantico once we turned up. I was like, oh, they'll give me a little office and I'll do some work from here.
Yeah, and I presume the program stuff you usually get is, compare these two sets of numbers or run this through an encryption or decryption. It's sort of abstract to you.
Yeah, they absolutely lean into my set of skills, which is Intel based. And so, I look for patterns. I trawl through data, but this time stepping out in the car, I'm not going to tell these guys it's my first time in the field, but.
And I've heard, I heard Thomas refer to you by your nickname.
Chook.
So I actually go. So
Now tell me about Chook.
I actually asked why they call you Chook.
Well, I didn't get it at first, but I did a whole bunch of training. Part of our work with the Intel side of the FBI is they'll send us overseas to work with other departments. So I was with the UK police at Scotland Yard. I'm just staring at you. I'm like, that sounds like a thing.
Sure.
And they kept calling me Chook. Apparently it's got something to do with Henry, but
I thought it was because of the way you walked.
Oh, and I'm picking up on the tension. In the car.
And then
I'm
I just go back. I go back to look like I've given my stinger, and I go back to I'm in Chachi boy.
I pull the handbrake and kill us all.
This is going to be a long 7.5 hours.
Sorry, you said you're a duck?
A duck.
Yeah.
I'm a Chook and a duck. Jesus. What is this, a menagerie?
Yeah. I'm a neurologist, a physician. So I went to
You collect butterflies.
Yep.
He thinks this is a joke. I see you looking at me. He thinks this is funny. That's why he said that.
You'd be surprised how often I hear that. Neurologist. So I specialize in the brain, the human brain, and deficiencies to brain injury, particularly traumatic brain injury is my background. So very different to you guys.
Through this, I just turn on the radio. It's like, turn on some country song. No.
But I always try and look
Power
at
playing.
when they pair us up or team us up, what is it that we each bring? So mine is fairly obvious. I just work with intelligence. But yeah, if we're looking at murders or cause of death, then I get why you're here. What is it that you bring, Abby?
Yeah, nice. I've been a US Marshal for nearly 15 years, and basically I work within the investigations division of it. So I'm law enforcement and an investigator, pretty much the only one in this car at the moment. So,
But that's going to be pretty handy then, Abby, that you'll be able to manage complex scenes and things like that.
and when Deputy Agent Carson gave us our briefing, did he give us packs? Like investigation.
Manila folders?
Manila folders of investigation files, something that we can talk about on the car.
No, the program's not big on
paper
things
trail.
to writing.
But not even like an FBI one, because he's obviously the lead without jurisdiction.
All they've had so far is like a couple of page briefing document from the locals saying what's happened. But
So we're going to have to get the rest on
the
scene.
formal files and things haven't been sent over yet because the FBI aren't technically involved.
I'm feeling really out of my depth here, obviously. I've got a very law...
You're settling into the podcast fine, mate.
Thanks, guys. So I'm here with a 15-year veteran in law enforcement, a tactical intelligence operative, and I'm just a duck out of water here. A dock out of water, as we might say. But I'm taking some confidence in the fact that I'm here to support you guys, even though we're a team and we all bring our own thing. As the drive goes on and we're a couple of hours in, and Abby's not the most social person I've ever met. But
No, she's not.
You're the liaison to the liaisons.
Yeah.
Correct.
I love it.
yeah, so
and I've got no social acuity whatsoever.
Normally you're the most charming of every character we play. And so this time it's like, good. You're a little gruff.
Yeah, little bit.
Put some people offside.
stoic.
Perfect. So the radio's been turned up.
Yep.
And
No, but we're looking
it's dark.
looking for news reports, local news reports.
I'm
stuff like
scanning
that.
the channel as you go.
Yeah.
And we're driving and it says like rest stop next left or next right. And so I'm like, hey, there's that stop if you want to pull in here and we'll grab some more gas and swap driver.
No, I pull into
I'm like, oh, you missed the turnoff, but it's okay. There's another turnoff coming up.
I pull into the drive-through portion, order some order 3 black coffees, don't even ask what you have, and then just take off through.
You pour one in your cup, one in your side door holder.
I was about to say, you order 3 black coffees, you turn and you go, anything for you fellas?
Opens up a Ziploc bag, takes a new piece of wheat.
Stirs the coffee with it, and then just puts it back in. Or actually asks the order, and Henry, what do you order?
Yeah, it'd be, I'll go almond milk.
Yeah. Doc?
Just a green tea for me, thanks.
3 black coffees, thanks.
Yeah.
And Henry's asking, he's like, but can I have half the caramel syrup and half the...
On the side. With it.
And you're like big smile, like, yep, I think I've got it.
3 black coffees.
3 black coffees.
You drive through the night. It's the early hours of the morning. The sun's not yet coming up, but it's getting close to that time. It's probably sort of 3, 4 a.m. And it's obviously October. It's, 12, 13 degrees centigrade. It's not freezing cold, but it's crisp out there. And as you come into the outskirts, up along Long Island, past the Sound has been out on your left, the Atlantic Ocean is to your right, you make your way all the way along to the town of Glenridge, and you get off at the exit, driving along the highway, and the exit sign there to Highway 31, which leads off into the town of Glenridge. You've been on Long Island itself for a little while now. As you take the exit, you see in the distance flashing lights of police cars and what look like floodlights set up underneath one of the big, tall electrical towers that's running the high voltage wires in and out of town. You get close to the scene. Are you driving past into Glenridge itself?
No, natural instincts take over for me and curiosity, and I drive straight towards the flashing lights. En route, I'm saying we'll take a look. Might be a good chance to, I look at, Chook and Richard. So this might be a good chance to get a meet with the locals, see what's happening. This ain't that big a town, so I dare say that something's going on here. You guys let me do the talking and the introductions.
You realize we're both asleep at this point. Yeah. Like, you look like you're absolutely fine.
Yeah,
you're still operating at 100%. But during the course,
I've had 3 black coffees. Yeah.
During the course of the drive, we've slowly
gone
drifted
downhill.
off, and I'm like head on window. And we start waking up. Like, as the engine slows, we get that shift in the gear and the flashing lights, and we wake up.
So you can just see the sun, sort of the glow of the sun over the horizon yet, but it's not sunrise. And sure enough, around the base of this big, tall electrical tower, there is floodlights beginning to be set up. There's police cars with their spotlights on the sides. The lights are still going, but there's no sirens or anything. And there's a crowd of people beginning to, and they're all wearing different, windbreakers. And there's one guy you see sort of in the middle of it who's wearing like jogging shorts and almost like one of those cycling tops, skin-tight cycling top, and he's sat down on the ground. He's got a head torch on, and he's sat against the front wheel of a car where there's a uniformed police officer talking to him. As you look where everyone's focus is going and where all these high-power flashlight beams are, about 20 meters up in the cross struts of this electrical tower is what seems to be a human corpse just hanging there.
Ew.
So you pull up.
Yep.
And you
Abby's
open the door.
not fast. Seen it all before. Just another day at the office.
Yeah.
And within, basically as soon as you stop, because it's just on the side of the highway, as soon as you stop, there's a police officer coming. He's got the big, broad brim hat. He's got the torch. He's like, you fellas need to get back in your car and move on. And you see
It's
him
a
as
lady driver.
as Abby unfolds herself from the car, you see his torch sort of pivot up, and he's, ma'am, you need to jump back in your car and move on. There's no stopping here. We've got a bit of a situation. I'll ask you to keep going, please.
And I just matter-of-factly, almost taking charge from him, just pretty much go, Deputy U.S. Marshal Greer here. This is Murphy. This is Goggles. Who's the officer in charge? Who's the detective in charge?
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I didn't know you feds were coming down. Detective Gregson's over here. She's just in the middle of the crime scene at the moment. You can see they're sort of putting tape up as it goes and everything. And he goes, Hannah! Hannah! And this lady turns and she's like 5'3". She's got dark hair in a ponytail. She looks early 40s, maybe late 30s. And she's just haggard. Like she's got the windbreaker on over a pair of crease slacks. She's got like an open shirt there. And at the sound of her, she's got her shoulders down. And at the sound of her name getting called, you see her sort of slowly look around and she sees you and like runs her hands through her hair. And she says, Sean, just tell him I'll be a few minutes. Just, you know where the media point's going to be? Just let them go. And he says, no, Hannah.
And I say,
it's the feds. And he's like doing the stage whisper, but they're, 50 feet. It's the feds.
Thank you, officer. We'll take it from here. And I just sort of look at the other two, indicating we'll just walk towards Hannah. I open the police tape I hold it up.
I like that you just step over it.
Oh, yeah, I step over it. Yeah, I step
go
over
under it.
And these two have to go under it. And we just make our way.
You're pushing it down to get over it. And so they keep trying to lower and lower.
I'm making him limbo through. And we just start walking towards Hannah.
She's like, puts her hands up and she's like, Sean, what the shit? You can't come in here. It's a crime scene.
I'm just ignoring her until we get right up close to her.
Just, hey, I don't care what you're from. This is my crime scene. What are you doing?
Hey, Officer Gregson. Can we, I'll introduce us if you like, where we're from. We're here to assist you. I appreciate it's probably been a late call out and a very long night and a very early morning.
Yeah, sure has. What, you the FBI?
We're on behalf of the FBI. We're part of the Behavioral Investigation Unit. They've sent a couple of us down purely to be able to assist you with what's happening. We appreciate that there's been a lot happening really fast. Sorry, myself, I'm Henry Goggles. You can call me Chook. We're supported by Dr. Richard Murphy, a neurologist.
Nice to meet you.
Neurologist. Well, we haven't found a head yet, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, we were briefed on that, and I must admit I did wonder how much I could offer, but we're here to help in any way we can.
And Deputy Marshal Abby Greer
And I've already walked past Hannah.
is the one who's walking off.
And I've got about 5 meters
through your
past
crime
her.
scene.
So...
Towards the base of the tower?
Yeah, towards that, to almost get a closer look at the body. And Henry's talking to her, and this discombobulates her because now she's sort of trying to talk to people in front and people behind, and she's rapidly losing control.
I don't want to try and jump ahead and guess things, but I'm going to go out and guess that's Lauren Harrogate up there.
When the fire department get here with their long ladder, we'll find out. But the moment we need the power company here, we need the power down, we need everything. But we haven't found it yet. But look, from what I can see, one of our guys put one of those Amazon drones up there, and it looks like it's her. Certainly wearing her pajamas, but doesn't look like there's a head.
Well, that's an awful way to start your day, so apologies for that. But obviously we look at more of a behavioral analytical aspect of it. So my goal is not to be in your way with our team, but to support you. If it's quite all right with you, we'll walk around and just get a bit of a feel for it, but without actually interfering with anything.
Well, I presume you've all been in a crime scene before, and I'd ask you to respect the sanctity of the evidence that's here. And obviously, forensically, we're going to have to pick up the pieces. But you can see the body up there, and she sort of points with her flashlight down at where blood has collected on parts of the truss work and everything, and there's this puddle on the ground. She says, "Well, jogger over here, Mr. Williams, he was out for a run and saw what he thought was some roadkill on the ground, and turns out it was blood pooling. Saw what's up there and got a bit of a shock, and we've all been here for about an hour so far."
And I just jump in with a quick question going, any other evidence located in the area?
We got nothing so far. We haven't even got the body down. We've locked it. There's no, apart from us coming in, we haven't seen any tire tracks. We haven't got no cameras out here. We're onto the state to see about their traffic cams. We don't know anything yet. We just want to make sure. Look, pretty damn sure she doesn't need medical attention, but apart from that, we're just waiting.
Does it look like her spine's missing as well?
Yes. If you look up here, if you take a few steps back, you can see, looks like she's been floured open, but I'm guessing so. Because she looks like a real mess. Someone's got to go tell her mother, but her mother's been non-communicative. She made the missing person report last night, and she hasn't said a word since.
Doc Murphy, I appreciate you haven't been on many scenes like this before. You're probably the most comforting of the three of us. You thinking maybe you want to go have a chat to the jogger? And
Yeah, I think I will. If police experts here think that's a good line of inquiry, I agree.
And then you walk off on me, Abby, like you're going to do the rest. I'm just like, oh, all right.
When he goes police expert, we're like looking at him going, making the cutthroat sign, like, don't tell her that you're not FBI. Like she thinks you're like she thinks
You turn your little ID back around the other side.
Hannah's
you're like
already-
holding it up really awkwardly in front of people's faces, like going, FBI, FBI.
But he's saying every time he's like, FBI, civilian consultant. FBI, civilian consultant. It's like he's worried about getting accused of stolen valor.
So yeah,
His medical insurance is already way too high.
Abby, so Doc's going to go chat to the jogger. He may have seen something or give some idea. You got an idea of what you want us to do?
I still want to sit here and question Hannah, so I turn to the detective and go, have you linked any of the victims yet?
Well, we've not had a murder here in 5 years, and we got 3 dead people, so they're linked by being murder victims. But apart from that, pretty small community here. We've got a dentist and a librarian and a friggin' high school kid.
Where did Lauren go missing from if she's in her pajamas?
Well, yeah, hell of a thing. So neighbors called us down to Lauren's house. Loud smashing noise. French doors on a second-story balcony got broken wide open. Lauren gone from her bed. Her mother was there, sat in the corner, cowering, hasn't said a word.
No description of an offender.
She has not said a word. We can't get her to even respond to her name. Docs have dosed her up on some pretty big sedatives, and she's been taken off by ambulance. I think they're going to take her up to the emergency room, and from there, if they can't get anything out of her, she'll go up to Swansea Psychiatric, just up towards Montauk. Mark just looked at his map, which covers about 2 blocks, looking for a town that's like
and
an
then
hour
looking
away.
back at you, bug-eyed.
Montauk.
Yeah, about an hour and a half from here, down the point. I don't know if they say that on Long Island, but down the peninsula,
Which ED was she heading to?
eastern Long Island.
What about the other victims? Any witnesses to that apart from the mum?
We've I can get you copies of the reports, but we got nothing. Dentist disappeared from work, never seen. He just never came home.
Just left a cavity.
oh, that's good.
No, no.
Miss Hadron, the librarian, she just gone. Didn't have any associates, didn't have any contacts, didn't have anyone in her life, no one to report her until we found her.
It's a real open book mystery.
The reporting of her disappearance was long overdue.
Oh, good.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
The end of this story hasn't been written yet.
Are you troubled by visions of your own death, of the world ending in fiery hell?
Do you experience horrendous visions of Case Nightmare Green while at your home or office?
Have you or your family actually seen a non-Euclidean angle, Hound of the Void, or Avatar of Nyarlathotep?
If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Just pick up the phone and call the professionals.
Delta Green!
Our courteous and efficient staff of Black Ops federal agents, scientists, and possessors of particular sets of skills are on call 24/7 to eliminate any and all supernatural incursions, kill all the witnesses, and scorch the earth of any traces.
Delta Green, we're ready to protect you.
As our strictly lowest priority,
And then eliminate and or recruit you.
Caution, Badger.
Now, Hannah, I appreciate there's no obvious link. The delay in each of the attacks being multiple weeks, do you happen to have any behavioral team already assigned to this? Any analysts that might be trying to troll through why the attacks are spread?
Mr. Gagas, I got to tell you, there's 4 detectives at Glenridge. I'm one of them. You're seeing 25% of the entire investigative power of the Glenridge police force right here. There's only about 15 police total. We haven't got behavioral analysts. That's why we called you. We know this isn't your business, but we're hoping you can help us shed some light on this because I don't want to be out here for bodies 4 and 5 and 6.
Sort of look at her and say to Hannah, Detective, despite missing their heads and spines, has autopsies been done on the other two?
Yes, ma'am. Dr. Santorini, he's our Suffolk County medical examiner. He's a character, but he's done the autopsies. At the moment, he says cause of death is they haven't got no spines or heads.
He's good.
He's a professional.
He's got some reports and things. I can get you copies of all those.
Yeah, we'll need them. And copies of the investigations.
Has my accent changed to match yours, or have you changed to match mine?
I don't know if mine's matching yours or yours matching mine. I don't even know where I'm from no more.
Doesn't matter.
I don't want to talk like this for the
I
whole
love your
podcast.
mirrored accents.
I know. I'm not because I can't really do accents.
No,
but-
I'm not really great at it. Maybe we'll just talk.
Next
normally.
we'll bump into Sean Connery.
Short detective.
Yeah, and then a Russian submarine captain with the same accent. She seems to you, she kind of looks worn out. She looks rattled and beleaguered by this. But you don't know if that's the 3 a.m. phone call or if that's more. But she looks shaky. And Abby, in your experience, you would say this is probably, if this was your investigation, this is someone you might sort of take aside and just tell them to take a breath. But
No, and I can see that. I can see that she's slightly out of her depth, and I'm not berating her. I'm not running her down or patronising her. I kind of look over at Henry and sort of, raise my eyebrows. And you got anything else?
No, I've been scribbling a couple of ideas of what we might turn our minds to. If we'll let you be, Hannah. Do your thing, Abby. The way I see it, we got Doc chatting to the witness. For us, I mean, we could have a look at maybe a search around these parts. With the other scenes, things have been located nearby. Something may have been overlooked or not yet discovered. We got a next of kin mum's up at ED, and that's nearby, but she may get shipped off within the next day or so, and then be quite the journey for us. And then we've got the young girl up there that we'll want to be able to take a look at. And then we got this Doc Santorini doing the autopsies. We'll get his report independently, but if we feel the need to actually go and examine ourselves, just something to turn our mind to. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking you're all over it. I look at Hannah and go, you have organised a search for when the sun comes up. Or your department, I'm assuming.
yes, ma'am, we're just getting bodies down here, and the search is going to take place as soon as we can. We just got the whole area sealed off, and we'll get the line search going.
Perfect.
So because you've been confronted with something that's pretty out of the ordinary, I'm going to get you all to do a sanity roll for me. So that is a D100 roll. You are looking to roll under your current sanity score.
I've passed with a 75 under 85.
I've passed with a 10 under 60.
And I've passed with a 52 under 70.
Great. I'm going to get you all to take 1 sanity point of damage for me. So, Doc Murphy, we've heard from the others briefly about what they're doing and their planning and things. How does this... I know strangers are seeing human bodies and things, but what is it about this that's giving you a little star or shaking you?
It's multiple things. It's the fact that I feel helpless, the fact that I'm there seeing surgeries, obviously frequently, but that's done from a place of trying to help someone to make a difference. This is just pure carnage. This young girl trussed up on the tower, ripped apart. It's still things that I might see if someone is under a procedure, but it is totally different. And it's just shocked me. And the reality of what I'm now a part of and what I've turned up to do is really starting to take its toll on me.
Well, funny you should say that. Sanity damage in Delta Green comes in a couple of forms. Sanity damage through violence, sanity damage through helplessness, sanity damage through the unnatural. I think we're going to put this under violence. This is your first experience of that really visceral. You haven't been in the emergency room, doctor, but that really visceral damage in situ in the scene. So what it'll get you to do is take a little mark on your character sheet there that this is due to violence. Your character can actually become adapted to violence or to helplessness. It affects them as a person. So we're going to make a note on that and we'll keep going forward. Doc, I know you're going to speak to the jogger. That's your plan now. Henry, you and Abby had a brief talk.
I like the idea that I chat to Abby now away from Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be something we're already both thinking about, but Abby, they're not going to do their line searches until sunup. So coming at this from a program perspective, we might want to take a bit of a look around first in case there's something that we need to collect.
And I nod in agreement with this. I think this is a good idea from Henry. I agree, and I said I completely get it and understand. I'll grab some torches from the truck.
And this has been good to hear this as well because I'm shocked from the violence that I've seen. I'm sort of a bit confused about my core purpose here.
Yeah.
And hearing you guys talk about that and reminding us what we're here to do is really kind of re-empowered me. And I need to speak to this jogger to find out what he's seen. And in case there's anything I need to do to change his story before the police really commit that to a statement.
And that's amazing too, that Richard's onto that as well for it. As we walk off from Hannah, I do turn around and do the Columbo. One more thing, detective. 3 murders in your town, first in 20 years. Apart from that...
I mean, 5 years. But
5 years. Apart from that, any other strange things happening in the lead up to or recently?
no, I mean, it's a long way from 4th of July. That's when we get most of our business, and we haven't had any problems around here for a while. Just your usual, sometimes the rich houses get burglarized, and sometimes the less fortunate folk have disputes with each other, but we're not a busy place. We don't see crime like this. This is save for the city.
Thank you, detective. Just walk off.
Are you thinking, Abby, that we both turn to the search?
I think so. I think while Doc is quizzing our witness, we can go and have a look around the search.
Can we use maglite torches?
Oh, 100% we've got maglite torches.
That's very cop-like.
Those
When you
big
watch
black,
cops, they've
those
always
big
got
black
those
ones that they
little
have in
ones.
cops where they're
Yeah.
like,
And they're not even as bright as
they seem ridiculously large for
because
what
this
they
is
do.
2017. There'd be some nice high lumens torches that'd be smaller, but I want the big heavy battery.
8 D cells in it.
Yeah.
Just giving you a bit of light.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 3 candles.
Yeah.
8 batteries. All right, well, that search is something that I'm going to let you do. It's just going to take, obviously, some time. It's probably going to take you about an hour or so to do that. Doc, I know you're going to speak to the witness. We're going to find out how all of this shakes out next episode.
I'm just starting to get into it.
Thank you for joining us. As I say, this has been a scenario called Victim of the Art. This is the end of episode 1, and we're going to find out what's going on, hopefully, in the forthcoming episodes. Welcome to Kane for your first episode. Thank you. You've acquitted yourself
Will he be here for episode 2?
admirably. We'll discuss the terms of his contract between episodes and let you know.
He did well. He's going to ask for more.
But as always, thanks for listening. I've been your host, Gordon.
I've been Mike.
I'm Ben Fitz.
I've been Kane.
We'll catch you next time.
Flashing Badger.